Warning. This program you're about to watch contains offensive material which may disturb some viewers. Viewer and parent discretion is advised unless you love hearing the ridiculous news they don't tell you on the other networks. EarthNews is not produced, sponsored, or endorsed by this access station or the cable service provider. Worst of all, this program contains our comments and opinions. This is EarthNews.
We gotta do a warning now?
Yep.
That's bullshit. Hey, welcome to Earth News. We got plenty of stories for you. You want to give them one?
Why don't you try?
Alright.
I'm eating here.
Oh, he's eating here. I'll start with this one. Did you hear about the guy who asked the girl to marry her at a minor league baseball game in front of a lot of people, and she said no? So, that can happen. So, if you feel like you're feeling confident in asking your girl to marry you, you could get denied, so that must have been very embarrassing.
Well, it's still a possibility, it's not a guarantee that when she asks you, she pops you the question, it's not a guarantee you're going to get married,
Yeah, I know, right?
That just stinks that if it was on the kissing cam, and then you had the heart shaped, and it's like, look at these lovebirds. I mean, you've seen plenty of times that guy who was grabbing the beer, and he's like,
wow. Oh, yeah, he kisses the beer. That was good,
beer. So anyway, no, I don't have anything of that caliber, but I do want to get on to a much more pressing matter. A mom got busted for breastfeeding the other day. More so public breastfeeding, whatnot. I mean, it's an issue, it's not an issue, who cares? But it might have to be an issue when it comes to a mom on a moped breastfeeding her kid. This mother and a woman in Yanzhou, China, recently got stopped by police for breastfeeding her 18-month-old son while riding on a moped. The young mom was allegedly weaving her scooter through traffic while holding her 18-month-old son in her arms. When the kid started crying, the Hollywood gossip reported. Witnesses said that the mother was breastfeeding the child while keeping a hand on the handlebars. Orange News reported officers pulled over the woman before she caused an accident. She was risking her life, her son's, and the lives of every other road user at the time. Police said that if she carried on, they would confiscate her bike. So, she had to stop. She needed to keep that bike.
Wow. The kid didn't even have a helmet on,
No, did you see the picture? The kid
you
was
could have those hockey helmets with the half visors.
Nothing.
Nothing,
nothing.
So she could still drink milk, but that mother is just...
I mean, that's dangerous.
That is very dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
Those mopeds.
Those mopeds, they're fun until your friends catch you riding one.
Exactly,
Anyway.
Did you hear a couple of filmmakers in California actually almost really got shot by police during a coffee robbery scene?
Oh, really?
You know about that? Yeah, they were filming a movie for a school. They never said which school, but so when you're filming a robbery scene, and you have guns in your hand and stuff, and run out of a store, it could look pretty bad.
Hey, Brad, you're double timing. That's cool. It's true though. I mean, come on, we just filmed our Mr. Miyagi scene, wax on, wax off, with the car wash, and we were told that I was a samurai welding a sword,
holding a machete.
Holding a machete, watch out. That old man's got problems. No.
Right?
And I was holding a sponge and a bottle of turtle wax in the other, and it was, that was never
looked
mind.
like a machete, apparently.
Did you hear about what happened in Paraguay? The Paraguayan bus drivers, they really react to getting fired. They're lying on top of wooden crosses arranged flat on the ground. Passers-by who approach them get a closer look and see the gentleman. It's actually the protesters who got fired from driving a bus. And they've driven nails into the flesh of their palms between their middle and index fingers, nails that go straight through the planks of wood. It's the protesters are 8 bus drivers who were fired from their job months ago. They protested mid-July, but after concluding they weren't getting anywhere, they decided to protest a little bit harder. They crucified themselves more than 2 weeks ago across the street from the bus's Vanguardia's headquarters in the city of Luque, located 12 kilometers, about 7.5 miles northeast of Asuncion, the Paraguayan capital.
Wow.
So,
can you imagine the pain?
Holy Christ.
Right? Oh my. That's insane. So they crucified themselves.
They crucified themselves to protest against it. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh
so I
God.
couldn't. When I read that story, I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
That's insane.
And I saw the picture, and it was true.
Right? Oh my God. I don't know if I've read this story. I usually cross them out. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a huge python, 115 pounds.
That was released in the pet shop.
Yeah.
You might have.
Did I?
Yeah, I think you might have read it. That was Python. That
See, so I like to cross them out, but you know what?
It's all good. I got you. Did you hear about the news anchor in Kentucky, sports anchor, who is actually going viral? His name is Adam Lefkoe. He on air decided to name 31 famous wrestlers. So it's going viral right now. It was pretty cool, but this guy right here just decided in the middle of his sportscast, just hanging out, was filmed by a cameraman with the worst camera angle in the history of television, and he was just, the saying, this is funny, this Barstool Sports said, when life hands you lemons, start rattling off every wrestler you can think of until people forget about that awful thing they're watching on television.
This really happened.
Yeah.
Oh my. And the guy, come on, how are you supposed to know that?
31 wrestlers. I can't even name 31 wrestlers.
Can't?
I'm not going to try right now.
Try either, because I don't know how this guy thought he was going to keep his job after it just...
He probably is still on the air. It's probably like the Miley
so?
Cyrus thing. Just because she did it, but people are watching.
Right? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh, I have a trick for you guys at the end of the show.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been working on some magic, so you guys are going to see it. So
Nice.
And look at these new signs that we have. Did you notice those?
I noticed. Those are fan signs, aren't
those
they?
good?
One of our fans wrote that.
Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of which, do we have a phone call? I know we opened up the lines again.
Yeah, we do. Let me just make sure he wants to speak. Hold on.
All right, thanks. I know.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah. It's not Mike from Dover, is it?
No, a new call.
A new caller. Oh, beautiful. Let him in.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
IRS made new assistance available to businesses and individuals who are currently struggling with their federal taxes.
you
have several years
cut
of
it
unfiled
off.
tax returns. Did
No-
you
no
pay
more-
a bank account being levied?
Put us on the do not call list,
owe
please.
$10,000.
The do not call.
Don't pick
Mike,
up 1-800
Mike, could you make
numbers.
sure that
Yeah.
that we're on the do not call list?
You seem legit. I'm sorry about that.
It's all good. He probably did if you were looking to lower your credit rate, please
Right.
stay on the line.
Sometimes
It's like,
I
oh
think
my
about
God,
it,
I'm totally ready to lower my credit rate. What took so long, Now you're calling and
That's so fun. Did you?
to press 1, if you would like to lower your credit rate. It's like,
I
I
hate
thought
that.
that's why I was still on the line.
Right. Terrible. Did you hear girls are selling and buying positive pregnancy tests? online. They're for sale. How scary is that?
I know exactly what they're for. They're to play a trick on someone.
Yep, that's one thing. And to be like, do you want your man to pop the question?
Yeah. Oh, man. Could you imagine just being like, hey, by the way, hun, I want you to take this, and if it is, we'll talk about it. And then she buys that fake one that says she's pregnant. She's like, you're stuck with me now.
So, men, don't be hoaxed, okay? If maybe you should buy your own pregnancy test for it and make sure it's the brand.
Yeah.
And
open it up, take a look at it.
Put a little Sharpie mark at the end,
Well,
make sure it's yours, because it's a new prank going around, so...
Could you believe?
They're going for like $25-$30.
Speaking of pranks, a teenage girl was told that she was too fat to shop at a clothing store. An Oregon teen was celebrating her birthday Saturday with a mall shopping trip when an employee at a clothing store told her to leave because she was too big. Yeah, do you see that? No fatties. No fatties. So, I'm going to respond to that by taking my shirt off. Anyway, so Shelby Buster told resources that she was shopping with a friend at the Rue 21 store at the Valley River Center Mall in Eugene, Oregon, when she was discriminated against for her weight. Shelby says she was hoping to buy some perfume with birthday money when a store employee came up to her and said, "Hey, you're too big to be in this store. I need you to leave." Her friend continued to check out before the two returned to the food court, which is funny because you eating your problems, you just got told you're too fat to be in the store. The first place I'm going is the food court. I don't know. I'm not one for a busting, but Mrs. Woodbuster walked back to the store to complain. And the company commented on the post, said they were very sorry to hear about this, but I think it's hysterical.
That is pretty funny, actually. Oh my. Except if you're the fat person.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Then it's not good. You want to hear something else that's kind of funny?
Yeah.
You guys might think it's sick. It is pretty sick, actually.
Well, that's why it's EarthNews.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. Detroit man steals his dead father's body from a graveyard, hoping to bring him back from the dead. Vincent Bright, 48. What a bright idea. Dug up corpse of the 93-year-old father, Clarence, from the city's Gethsemane Cemetery. He then carried it back to his east side home, where he stored it in a freezer. Cops were tipped off by worried family members that heard about it.
Oh, no.
You believe that? But you know what? After the stories of the people coming back after, 48 hours of not breathing and crazy stuff like that.
Alright, so something sick. Can you believe that, though? What are you trying to do? You gonna put him on welfare or something? My dad is bad.
You're gonna put volts into him.
Frankenstein him. Bury him in the pet cemetery, that's the only thing that would work.
Yeah, could you imagine that, though? Say, years and years from now, it's if our dad dies or something, and then you find out Cam's got it.
Cam's trying to do some electrocution.
Got him in the freezer.
I'd be like, what are you doing? Put him back. Put him back. Put him back. Put him back, Cam. Put him back.
Yeah.
So,
crazy.
Did you hear about this? This is terrible. A veteran who was led to believe he was HIV positive for 9 years is suing the hospital, the health department, and doctors. It emerged today because Bobby Russell, 43, from Kentucky, had spent almost a decade of his life on heavy medication, avoided his friends and family, only had intimate relationships with people who were HIV positive, and became so depressed he committed suicide. He is suing the University of Kentucky Medical Center, the Bluegrass Care Clinic, the Fayette County Health Department, and a long list of doctors who allegedly misdiagnosed him and treated him for the sexually transmitted disease. According to the lawsuit, the tests to confirm he had the disease were never completed by anyone, and all the routine tests carried out since his initial diagnosis in 2004 showed either negative or indeterminable results, which he was unaware of until he requested his medical records. You imagine thinking you're HIV positive for 9 years and then going back on your medical records and finding out that they never actually diagnosed you with it?
Like, who do you sue?
Everybody, which is what he's doing. He's suing everybody and their mother. Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get it.
I mean, it's crazy though. Can
he sue without getting it?
I don't know if he.
That's bizarre.
I don't know if he. It doesn't say whether he has it now, but it said that he wasn't sure, or they found out that he didn't have it.
Wow, that's insane.
So it's like
he must be happy, right?
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. He spent 9 years having relations with people who were positive, so it's likely he contracted.
But think about it.
He
He met these people that he would have never met. So maybe they're nice.
Maybe that was the calling, right there.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a book about it.
Yeah.
You know? Did you hear about the? Don't go eating dirty rodents. Okay, 15-year-old boy in Kyrgyzstan dies of bubonic plague after eating an infected marmot.
No.
Everyone he was around, 100 people plus 19 doctors, had to go in quarantine.
Ugh.
Everyone that he ran into, because it's the bubonic plague.
Yeah.
You know, like,
that still exists.
it's insane.
The bubonic plague still exists.
He ate a probably undercooked barbecued marmot.
What are you eating marmot for? What are you doing?
What are you eating, marmot?
I mean, even the Roadkill Cafe doesn't serve roadkill. It's like regular meat. They just name it awkwardly.
Yeah, who knows? I honestly thought you could eat marmots, but
I guess
glad
not ones with the bubonic plague or something.
right? Gee, so watch out when you're eating marmots.
Yeah. Did you hear about the woman who got so pissed off at the cell phone company that she decided to pull a how do I say this? Mike, can you help me out with a picture here? She bent over and showed little moon of some sort. It was a full moon, and
Oh, you mean this?
yeah, yes.
Oh.
There's a picture of the full moon. I decided not to go with the full-blown picture. It was censored anyway. Yeah, I know. You can thank me. So a mother launched an outrageous and crude attack at a cell phone store after she wanted a refund for the phone her son bought. The woman, identified only until to this day as Stephanie, was caught on camera by the shop assistant after she launched into a tirade, which ended with her lifting her dress and mooning him last week. So, the crude display happened at a Detroit cell phone store after the woman tried to return the phone outside of the refund period. The clerk told CNN they came in a week ago. I explained to them the situation. I showed them everything on the receipt, despite explaining the clear return policy that this cell phone store had. The clerk said the woman went berserk and showed a full moon. Thank you, Mike, for that image.
But it was a
That was not that moon.
not that kind of moon.
Close. Very
Here,
close.
In Oregon, a 911 calls about a giant spider. This teenage girl said it was massive on her couch and said it was the size of a baseball. Officer gets there, kills the 2-inch spider.
The spider was massive? Yeah?
No, it was 2 inches. It was 2 inches, and she said it was massive.
Yeah.
But she called the police for a spider.
You know, some women are, you know.
Next story.
So, some people are afraid of bugs.
Some people are very scared of spiders.
Some people are very afraid of bugs and spiders and insects. And that's why you got to bring in the big guns.
Yeah.
This guy. Because I'm not touching that thing with the 10-foot pole. Not with these hands.
See,
I'll wrap the paper in and take them out.
Yeah.
But I'm not freehanding that.
See, I'll try to scoop them.
Yeah, I'll let them outside or something, you know?
See? May seem violent, but
So-
I'm not.
Talk about a little bit of justice. It's still not the best justice, but at the same time, a rapist faces a nerve-wracking wait to find out if he caught the deadly AIDS virus from his victim. Richard Thomas, 27, this guy over here, collapsed and had to be admitted to a hospital when Manchester police told him about the victim's condition after the attack in July. Thomas broke into the house of the woman, whom he knew, and forced himself on her while she was asleep. The victim, who lives in Lee, Manchester, had taken a sleep-in pill shortly before the attack. She woke up to find him raping her. It's terrible, terrible, absolutely terrible. But Hayden added that Thomas is remorseful and cannot understand why he did it, and is troubling him, jailing him for 5 years and 4 months. Judge Mark Brown branded his crime a dreadful offense and ordered him to sign the sex offenders register for life. Then test results later in the week are expected to reveal whether or not he caught AIDS from raping his victim.
Wow.
So, if he does, serves you right.
You shouldn't be raping girls.
He shouldn't be raping people. Period. There
Yeah,
should be
or
no
guys.
rapes. Period.
No, no
Just
rape.
don't rape anybody, please.
Exactly. Here, a man that hid away in Kmart to overnight to huff air duster.
Really?
Yeah, and the morning crew found his feet sticking out of a cubby hole,
Yeah.
and discovered that he had huffed 16 cans.
He didn't die?
And no. And
Jesus.
I guess before that he came back from a different store after spending $100 on air duster. So
It's just when is enough enough. Like the whole thing with that EDM concert, you know? And them
with
canceling Easier.
with the Molly.
It was Easier, right?
I don't know who they canceled, but
Hey, but it's,
people are dying.
people are dying. People are being stupid. Anyway, so let's lighten up the story with an old guy who can't wait to go home to his home shower to start shampooing his unmentionables. A Pinosier is what I'll be pronouncing it at today, was caught shampooing his privates on a bus after becoming irritated with his underpants. Philip Milne, 74, was traveling from Blechy to Bedford. This guy right here couldn't help himself. He's actually smiling for the photo. It's when he began to have some issues with his briefs and unzipped his trousers to use some shampoo to soothe his groin area because he did not have his ointment to hand. He had earlier been to the swimming pool and was spotted on a bus. That's him right there. So, oh man, that's gross. He's washing his hands there. He needs to do that a few more times. Hey,
Dirty man.
yeah, dirty guy. He had earlier been to the swimming pool and was spotted. It was at the swimming pool. It was not, or spotted on the bus by a mother and son who were chatting when they had heard there was something going on and turned around to have a look. Could you imagine turning around on that bus and seeing that old guy just going at it with a bottle of shampoo? That's scarring right there.
That'd be
Mommy,
terrible.
what's he doing? Something that you'll never be doing in public,
Don't
Jimmy.
ever do that.
Ever. Don't do
Oh
it.
my god. Did you hear about Dennis Rodman going back to North Korea to hang with his pal Kim Jong-un?
No way.
Yeah, he's friends with him.
Yeah?
And they're talking about doing like a basketball league over there, and it's funny. It's like, because Dennis Rodman hasn't even met Obama, you know? Like,
Well, he must be a hard guy to meet.
and he's hanging out with
Kim
Kim
Jong-un,
Jong-un.
huh? Or Kim Jong-un. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So it's kind of funny. Good job.
I mean, talk about foreign relations right there. That's
Right? Rodman.
don't send Obama and his family. Send Dennis Rodman, and to be our international policy, international affairs.
I like Rodman too.
Yeah. Did you know that guy on the bus said, "What? I wasn't beating it." He said, "What's the matter?" I was like, "No, buddy, you just can't. Can't do that."
And speaking about that, did you know that orgasms keep your mind sharper than Sudoku puzzles and crossword puzzles?
Well,
these are the facts, people. Don't get mad at me.
Those are the facts. That's good to know, because the average person does laugh about 10 times a day. And if you completed 10 laughs while you were watching the show, you're ahead of the game.
Already ahead.
You're already ahead. One more, and you're above average. I knew I was good at something.
Right? Seriously.
But looks like we're just about out of time. Next week, don't worry, we got some footage for you. We're going to be doing Hammerschlagen 2013, the championship. If you haven't seen Hammerschlagen 2012, go ahead and look on FindFunny Productions on YouTube. Check our YouTube channel. I'm Art Crandall.
I'm Brad Crandall. Is it time for my trick?
It's time for your trick, Brad.
Yep. Okay, here we go, guys. So I've been doing a little magic lately, a little slay a hand type of deal, but this is just something different. So hold on one second. Ready?
Yeah. What are you doing?
All right, check this out. Okay, hey, thank you for watching EarthNews.
See you, Brad. Well, I'm Art Crandall. Thanks for watching EarthNews. We'll catch you next time.
Wow, I think that was a good episode.
That was a good episode.
Yeah.
This is EarthNews.
And thanks for watching. Oh yeah, it's been real. See you next time.
That's too long. Too long.
Yeah.